feel so bad for you guys right now because I didn't want to tell the guy who booked me because I was just so excited to get on the show, but I don't have any material for you at all. But that's not my fault, Because my whole thing since I started doing comedy was just dating horror stories, nightmares about being single in LA. But now I have this guy and he treats me really well and respects me and loves me, and it's so boring. It's really, really bad, guys. I know you feel so terrible for me, right? I don't get it. He won't fight with me. It's so weird. I'm a dramatic person. I feed off that. And he's so sweet. I have to pick things out. He texted me the other day. He's like, babe, I love you. You're my everything. Y spelled Y-O-U-R. So I text him back, Y-O-U''R-E, idiot. Thinking that get under his skin, right? No, he just texts back, good looking out, babe. Thanks. It almost makes me wish I was back with my alcoholic ex, just so I could have some stories for you guys. The time I beat him with his own shoe that he was wearing, that I had bought him because he didn't have a job. You would have loved that. But I've changed for the better. And I feel bad for this guy because he is so great, but he still doesn't live up to my crazy expectations for men. And they're insane. And I know that. But that's also not my fault. Do you know who I blame for that? Chad Michael Murray, Taylor Kitsch, Ben McKenzie. The girls are like, yeah, no, we know. If you don't know, these are actors that played on the CW. And if you don't know what the CW is, it's just a network filled with 1-hour dramas to make girls feel bad about themselves, Because that life will never happen to you, ever. I thought my high school experience was gonna look a lot different. I didn't win state in anything. I didn't get taken up to Luther's Point in Andrew's convertible to see things go a little too far. I didn't have an inappropriate relationship with a teacher until college. Honestly, I thought my love story was gonna look like this maybe, all right, just driving down the road, vintage convertible, I get a flat tire. Guess who shows up? Just the hottest guy you've ever seen. Blonde hair, blue eyes, brooding, mysterious. He looks familiar. Yeah, we go to high school. He's been in love with me for years, but I didn't know it. We're in 2 different social classes. I'm the popular cheerleader. He's the weird loner guy. It works. Our friends don't understand. We don't care. Our love is complicated. We get together, we break up, we get together, we break up. This goes on far too long until, tragedy strikes, death in the family. I'm at the funeral. I lock eyes with him from across the room. I didn't think he'd be there. We had gotten in a fight that morning. I woke up, I go, babe, it's you. He goes, shh, baby girl. It's you. It's always been you. He gets down on one knee. He pulls out a ring, not just any ring. My grandmother's ring I thought was lost in the fire from the season before. He saved it. How could I say no? But that's not reality, people. Reality, I got a flat tire. I'm on Laurel. I got people flying by, flipping me off, and I gotta call my one male friend I trust knows how to change a tire in LA. And he's already someone else's husband, so that's not my happily ever after, is it? Is it? No, it's not. I think I used to date an alcoholic because my standards were so low. It was really bad there for a while. Really low. God forbid I ever got kidnapped low, I just immediately get Stockholm Syndrome, right? Oh my God. Out of all the girls in the supermarket, he picked me. He's gotta think I'm pretty, right? I tell that kind of stuff to my therapist, and then she just starts asking me questions about my dad. And I'm like, listen, I'm okay. I don't have daddy issues. Me and my best friend is a 45-year-old male, and I do ask him to text me twice a week to tell me he's proud of me, but I don't think those two things are related, you know? He's just a really cool guy. My roommate, I love her so much. I'm gonna tell you about a little bit about her. She's 8 years older than me, which I never feel it like, and she feels it. I know she does, because she comes to me with all these issues, all these problems, boy stories, and I give her my advice, and she just goes, Anna, you don't get it. You don't get it. There's an age difference. I'm like, I don't think so. We're super close. And I only felt it when I hung out with her and her friends, and we played Never Have I Ever. You know that game? If you don't, you put 5 fingers up, everyone goes around, they say things they have not done. If you've done them, you put a finger down. And in your 20s, it's still really cute, like, never have I ever had a threesome, you know, whatever. And there's always that girl that plays, and she hates the other girl in the game, right? And she just says, like, mad specific things just to call her out. She's like, never have I ever. I don't know, made out with 2 Sigma Chis in one night. I'm like, well, Emily just did that, but we all have, so whatever. Never have I ever popped a Xanax, drank a Four Loko, and got arrested at a tailgate. I'm like, well, we just picked up Emily from the courthouse. Like, you're getting kind of bitchy here. Never have I ever woken up next to the football player, walked 12 blocks home because I couldn't find my shoes and I was too embarrassed to ask him where they were. I'm like, Emily's blisters, seriously, haven't even healed yet. You're being terrible. And that girl exists in your 30s too, and I found that out with my roommate. But the things are much different, right? So we're all playing. I'm excited. I suggested the game because no one's really talking to me. I don't have anything in common with these people, but I'm like, this will get us, you know, and I don't win or lose. Like, I've done stuff, but like not really, you know? So I'm always in the middle. It's always fun. But the first girl goes, she's like, never have I ever gotten divorced twice. I was like, oh, it's that kind of game. Okay. Like, never have I ever hid birth control because I didn't want to tell my husband I wasn't ready to have kids. I was like, I definitely cannot relate to this at all. Like, I am standing strong with 5. Then finally, she's like, never have I ever smoked weed and got lost in a Ralph's. I'm like, I've definitely done that. I've done that. I put a finger down. You know, I've actually lost a kid in Ralph's too, so I'm going to put 2 fingers down. I was a nanny, just like a really bad one. You know? I'm not a good nanny. I don't like kids that much. I'm not going to lie. But I feel bad because it's really babies that I don't like, and that's messed up because it's not their fault, you know? I just can't stand the parents that post about the babies. They're like, oh, they're so advanced. My baby's so advanced. No, it's not. Is it still pooping itself? Then it's not very advanced. Like, show me a baby that can change its own diaper, and that's the status I like, you know? It's a baby. You think Steve Jobs was writing code in the diaper? Like, you think Daniel Day-Lewis was doing Lincoln impressions in daycare? You think Martin Luther King Jr. came out of the womb like, I just had the craziest dream in there? No.